Tony, how crucial was Ryan Atkins' no try? I think he could have swung the game in your favour potentially.
Which one?
The one that was disallowed for the knock-on in the second half.
Oh, the knock-on one. Yeah, we had a few opportunities throughout the game that where we got across the try line or close to being tries. We needed to take those. But, one or two of them. But yeah, not to be tonight. So whether it's that one or some other opportunities that arose. You like to get a few of them, but sometimes you do, and sometimes you don't. And was it costly? Yeah, it probably is. What was such a tight match? I knew it was going to be a tight match straight throughout the week. I think it had a lot of indicators that it was going to be close, and that's the way it panned out.
Tony, commiserations. Could you start with a clear picture in your mind of how many minutes you could expect from Sander?
How many
minutes you could expect from him?
No, not really. No, it depended on how Clarkey went and how he was travelling. If Clarkey had been right for 80 minutes, he probably might have got a showing. But he showed some of his glimpses of what he's capable of, and his first touch or first kick, created an error for us in our opponent's line. But it wasn't to be. We tried hard. I'm really proud of my team's effort. I thought they tried really hard throughout the season. I can't question effort and nor character. They're a good bunch, and they worked hard for one another. And credit to Wigan as well. I thought their back end of the season was gritty and grafty, and they're a bit more than what they were in the last couple of years. They've opened up, they play some more footy, they asked some questions, and it was when they got some of those second phases and those offloads that they actually asked some questions and got us down the park. I thought they were good in that respect, and I much prefer it. I'm not the coach there, and I'm not telling the coach how to do it, because they've had a pretty good time themselves over the last few years. But it's not as much structure, and it's much, from what I'm, much more pleasurable to watch, and it's harder to coach against as well. So well done to them, and for them to make some adjustments from the Wigan way, and it's maybe the bit that got them across the line.
Tony, could you just give us a bit of insight into what the dressing room's like at the minute?
Quiet, quiet. They just waited for a few words from me, and so there's some sad faces and long faces. But I don't know whether I've said it in this room before, but I've said it on a few occasions. If you can't handle losing the final, well, don't compete in one. It's tight. We gave ourselves a chance, and some things change, or some decision go other ways, or some other bits and bobs that could have happened throughout the game go the other way. We would have had big smiles on our faces. It was a pretty good game of rugby league, pretty tough game, pretty nip and tuck, not much between the two.
You end the season with one trophy and making 2 final appearances. Does this constitute a successful season for Warrington?
Well, it'd be disastrous for everybody else when it doesn't compete. If it's not, if this was disappointing, listen, we want to win this one. We want to win them all. We're trying hard. That's all you can expect from human beings. People to try hard. We're trying hard. Hopefully we can try that a little bit more next year, and smarten up in some areas. And get smarter from today. Use it. I think if you go listen to one of the greatest sportsmen ever, you go listen to Michael Jordan and let him tell you how many games he lost, and how many finals he lost in order to become the great player that he is. How many times he missed things. They're inspirational, and they're things that sports people need to use and learn from. Some of those tough defeats like today make you more determined, more strong. Maybe that the last couple of years was the difference for Wigan as well. You know, that they may have been the bit that got them across the line. I don't think you necessarily have to lose a final to win one. I don't think that's sometimes it can spur you on to go that extra bit. So, you know, that's what we'll have to do.
You spoke in the build-up to the game saying even if you didn't come through and win this one, you were still fully confident that you would be able to get one in the year.
Oh, we'll get one soon. I thought it would be today. You know, we prepared well. We went into the game feeling good. We gave ourselves a chance. Could have been. Wasn't. So I'm pretty confident that it will happen soon.
What's the biggest thing you've learned from your two final defeats, Tony?
Yeah, how close we've been to being the very best team in the comp. You know, I think to be the best you've got to win the final. You know, the grand final. The cup is still very, very, very special. You know, because it's BBC. It's pinnacle of our knockout competition. It's London. You know, it's a great achievement. But you can win that from 10th position or from a different division in theory. To win a grand final, you've got to be consistent throughout the season, and then you've got to be able to step up to the final. That's pressure, and that's still the ultimate test. Close, nice to go.